Uh, it's it's in the northern area. It's in a place called Northridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see our personal meeting room. Let's see if I can join this.
Okay.
It's
There we go.
It's in the
Okay.
northern area.
Okay, so there we go. We are live on YouTube.
We are
Thanks
live
for
on
joining.
YouTube.
Yeah, 2 minutes early. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I think so. This is the thing is, I need to look at the YouTube channel to keep an eye on the chat. So maybe actually, oh shoot. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh no, I lost it. Okay, this is going to be challenging. So maybe actually, okay, there we go. Okay, got it. This might actually be easier with two windows. So Steve, I will let you also look at this. Hi from the Philippines, Adam. Feel the music. Okay, we all from India.
Oh, we got Elise Delamay is also joining us.
Oh.
We've got Feel the Music and Adam. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome, guys.
yeah. I'm happy that you guys paid attention. Oh, and Colin from Saskatoon. Hey, Colin.
Hey, hey,
This is fun. You know.
isn't that
Okay.
cool?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
And Adam, yeah.
So we'll give enough people enough time to join, but you know, traditionally in these Zoom calls, we've had like a max of 30 people. So you
Yeah.
guys might have a 1 in 30 chance of winning this beauty here. You know, so
Woo.
that's so exciting. You know, and yeah, it'll be interesting. Now, Stephen, we didn't. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yep.
Okay. We didn't think about this, but you know, there might be a slight delay on the Zoom chat, so we'll see. You know, we're trying this method out of answering the questions and doing the hints. You know, Elise said that she saw all the cute winks um, that she commented on the YouTube channel the other day. So you know, we know that people have been watching the videos. We know you guys know the hints. So I'm not too worried about people knowing the answer. I'm sure that the first person we talk to will know. Okay, Christopher McCrae. Hey, Chris, how's it going? Bill Livingstone. Livingstone. I keep saying Livingston, but Livingstone.
Hey, Chris, how's it going? Yeah, awesome. That's fantastic. And Bill, yeah. And we got Sahitya Mondal from India. This is amazing. It is so incredible that we're actually having this subscription following around the world. I mean, I know it's obviously the world is connected and we're all on social media and YouTube can connect to us, you know, from every part of the globe, but it's still pretty wild when you have a chance to connect with your subscription base, you know, from our lowly little place in Toronto, all around the world. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys.
Yeah, and check what came in the mail.
I know the DJI Air 2. Yeah, we got the Air 2S. Yeah.
S. So I did an unboxing video yesterday. It should be up probably by the end of the weekend. But I am so excited about this guy. I cannot wait to launch it and try it out. I am so excited.
It's amazing. 1-inch sensor too. I mean, as we break away from this gimbal topic to drones for a second, but yeah, that's crazy, eh? Like a 1-inch sensor on a drone of that size, and it's like half the size of the Mavic 2 Pro.
Yeah, what up, Scott Stimson? Oh, and Sharon Olsen and Zachary Rue are also on the call today as well. Holla! So you know, it's yeah, I'm really excited about that 1-inch sensor. I've been waiting for DJI to deliver the goods on this. I was really interested in the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 2 Zoom, but you know, you scooped up the Pro. I was gonna scoop up the Zoom, but then I was like, you know, why am I getting pretty much another Mavic 1 just with Zoom quality, right? Like, is that Zoom feature really that important to me? And the answer is no. The camera is really important to me, the pictures, you know, the video. But the thing is the Mavic 2 Pro for me was just too big. You know, it was big. It's bigger than the Mavic OG, and for me, my whole thing is I'm trying to capture these beautiful landscapes and these beautiful sceneries when I go backcountry camping, when I go canoeing, and so when that happens, I'm having to take everything on my back. So I don't need a bigger drone. I need a smaller drone with a better camera than the Mavic OG. And so since then, we've had the Mavic Air 1 and 2, we've had the Mavic Minis, we've had the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 2 Zoom. And this is the first time that there's been a considerable upgrade in the camera and making the form factor smaller.
Yeah. And also the 4K 60, which is a huge thing, I think, for drones. Like I was doing a shoot yesterday for a client out in Mississauga, and realty videos are, realty videos, and it's important to make sure you kind of get obviously a really cinematic presentation of the subject that you're doing. But it would be nice on the Mavic 2 Pro to have beyond 4K 30, because you really can't slow down 30 frames per second that kind of buttery slow that you can do with 60 frames. And if you're shooting at 4K,
Mavic 2 Pro is 4K 60.
It's 4K 30, not 4K 60.
No.
Yes.
Are we going to take a bet on this on live TV?
I'm pretty certain, unless I've been using it wrong for all these years, and please correct me if I'm wrong in this chat, but I'm pretty certain it's only 4K 30.
I'd be shocked.
I think it can do 1080 60, I think, but I don't think it can do 4K 60. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Dear God, how is this possible?
Why do we put money on this bet? Like we should have put money on this.
Oh, you know what? I might owe you a little bit of commission because, I don't know if people know on the live chat, but I am in the house market, right? So Stephen and I have been very interested in crypto lately. Well, not lately. You know what? Let me bring this up here.
Ooh.
Let's see if I can find it.
This is a banter part where we just talk about random things to bring more people into the chat. So sorry if the delay, if you have to, be here for the Gimbal giveaway, but this is kind of to get to know the Stephen and Janaka, the coffee time before we do the giveaway.
This is it right here. Look at that. I was wanting to buy Bitcoin back in 2013. I thought it was going to be the future. Turns out it was, right? So I've had a few hunches in my life. Netflix, right? It's like, how do we do things differently and what facilitates that? So when I saw Bitcoin, I was like, this is going to be the future, but not Bitcoin necessarily, blockchain technology. That's what I love about it. Netflix, I was like, this is going to change the way that we consume video. I loved Tesla back in the day. Everyone says this shit, right? But my big fear was, what if it doesn't pan out? What if it doesn't play out? You know what? My mom's calling me. Look at this, guys. I'm hanging up on my mom.
Someone record your screen.
Yeah,
Someone record your screen, please.
I can't believe I just did that. But the point is, so I've had these hunches, but I've always been worried about diving in. So I dove in 2017 with Bitcoin, Ethereum. I started getting into Cardano, Aave. I believe in all of these projects in the future because of not the coin itself, but what it does underneath. And I'm always happy to have that chat with other people. But I think I owe Stephen a commission because look, we're looking to buy a house, right? And I have all this money tied up in crypto. He's like, hey man, the market's tanking the other day, and I sold. I sold at the absolute high.
Yes.
And so I like my Cardano, I sold at 131, and it's at one. It went down to 106, and it's at 112 now. So I appreciate that tip, Stephen. And so and it looks like we might make an offer on a house tomorrow. We finally, after a year of looking, we think we're going to actually bite the bullet and talk about a house and get a house. Stakot Stimson says, I had 2 Bitcoin back when it was $30.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh.
That is insane. No, it is crazy right now. I mean, I was talking to Janaka about this recently. I don't know, mention in the chat, guys, would you be interested in having any sort of it doesn't have to take over the whole channel, but would you like some ideas in crypto or any kind of, talk about the basic understanding of charts, when to maybe get in, when to maybe get out. We could kind of think for the videographers, photographers, would that be a beneficial thing? You let us know, because it'd be interesting to see what's, our take is on these things, because I know, especially when it comes to gear, some of the profits from crypto that we've had, we've put into gear, we put into, growing our kit, so to say, with cameras, lenses, drones, that sort of thing. So it's been helpful to us. And if it can help you, please let us know, because I think right now we're heading towards a definite shift in market strategy when it comes to, I think, finances and blockchain especially, and just the way that the world is going digital very quick. So it's nice to kind of get that one step ahead. But yeah, aside from crypto and aside from proving you wrong on a Mavic 2 Pro's frame rates, one more thing too I'm going to talk about, a little plug for me. We're shooting a short film that was shot back in February and March, and now we're editing it. So I've been going through this whole process right now of music licensing, of creating storyboarding and final edits and re-edits, and talking to a color grade specialist and all this sort of stuff that usually I haven't done before when making a short film. And it's a really exciting process making this level of production, because our first submission is next week, and we're hoping to submit this to multiple different film festivals all around the world. Yeah, when we have this film submitted and it's finally finished editing this weekend, I will be creating some episodes coming up on the process of making a short film. And we did this during COVID, and I think yeah, we're quite proud of it. It's definitely a really effective, powerful piece. And yeah, it's a testament to anybody who wants to make a short film. You can make a short film. You can definitely do that. And there's all kinds of tips that I'll be happy to discuss if you're interested in creating these short film narratives.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if what I'm trying to do right now is I'm going to put all the names into a picker. Yeah, Stephen, I'll have to get you to kind of drive the conversation. Maybe look at the comments and chat with a few people there as well. And we're going to start putting in the names into this, into the picker.
Exactly. So show of hands, or in the chat right now, who uses gimbals with your film process, or who would like to use a gimbal with your film process? Please let us know in that chat, because I think the idea of creating film and creating any kind of narrative when it comes to commercial use or short films or vlogging or anything, the idea of having a steady, stabilized mount like a gimbal really, really helps. And we've been lucky now, as our channel has grown, that we can be able to partner with companies like Gudson or Tech, that we've got some gimbals coming up, and give away these products that companies obviously see the work we've done with them, and they want to make sure that they can also showcase their work through us. And MOZA, or Gudson MOZA, that makes the AirCross 2, this is a really, really good gimbal. It is versatile in being able to handle both the Sony, it can handle a Lumix, it can handle even a Blackmagic, which neither of us have, but I know that you can definitely set it up to be able to use that. And so if you're speaking of short films and cinematography, if you're looking to create narratives, this could be a huge helpful thing for you, because you could balance a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera, which can do fantastic results in 4K, and also in different frame rates too, that gives you a high depth of field. It gives you a high, high quality video image that you can utilize and create your films and projects with. So utilizing this kind of gimbal, you can attach different attachments to it. It's got a focus pull on it. And this is essentially the basic gear you need in order to create high-end work. So definitely something to really consider, as a gimbal is a fantastic option to be able to kind of bring up your kit to more of a professional level. I use personally a DJI product, so I use a DJI Ronin RS2 because it balances my Z-Cam, and my Z-Cam is a bit of a heavier mount that I don't think would work with this particular MOZA AIRCROSS 2's payload. But I use it all the time, and the attachments that you can get for it, obviously you can put it in rigs, you can have it in a more stationary controlled arm, and it's just a great option of being able to steady your focus, because when it comes to cameras, not all of them have built-in in-body image stabilization. So you know, when a Blackmagic camera comes out, it doesn't have that because that is not included in these cinema cameras. So then you really need to either have a body mount rig that can go over your backpack shoulder, those ones you often see on film sets with a attachment from them, or a gimbal. And I think this would really, really help for filmmakers.
Yeah, absolutely. So people in the audience, this is the first time we're doing this, so I need your help. So if you can, in the chat, if you want to enter, please comment enter, like entering, something like that. It'll show up on the chat, and then I'll be able to know exactly who's on the call and be able to put those names in.
And don't forget, guys and girls, this is 3 questions that you have to answer if you're selected from this magical Pixter app that we're using for this process. A very high-tech process here, very high-tech. Once we pick your name, you have to write in the chat the 3 answers to the questions. So they were in the past 3 videos. So if you haven't seen them, you have a very quick amount of time now to check them out. The last 3 videos we made on this particular AirCross 2 gimbal, it was the unboxing, the review, and our epic B-roll battle, which I slayed Janaka in. So these particular videos all have little hints about what the answers to the questions are. I could even say what the questions are too, because why not? So the first question is, what year was our channel founded in? The second question is, what was the lens that Janaka was using in our B-roll battle?
The focal length, yeah. You don't have to know. Yeah, you don't have to know all the details of it, but if you just know.
If you know all the details, then you're really rocking. And the third one is, where are Janaka and I based in? So those are the 3 questions. You have to answer all 3 correctly if you are picked from this live stream.
Okay, so I am in the process of adding now.
Whew. Look at all these enters.
Okay, let's see. Here we go.
And this is also just a quick disclaimer. This is also a product that we're going to give away to anyone around the world. All you have to do is pay for shipping if it's outside of Canada. If it's obviously, you know, India, or if it's in I don't know, China, or if it's in Europe, just make sure that we can contact you in regards to shipping.
Okay, so Stephen, I'm now entering the names that have commented on the in the chat. It looks like, yeah, it looks like.
And no, North Korea, sadly, I don't think we can ship there. I'd like to be able to, but I don't think we can. It would be a long time held in customs.
Is that a thing?
I think so. I've heard stories of people trying to send products to North Korea, and the amount of tax that's on them or the duties could be very difficult for both parties, both sending and receiving.
It might not be worth it for you. You might actually end up like having an easier time, and it might be cheaper to just buy it on Amazon or something like that. But
exactly, yeah.
Let's see here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. Like, this is really special. Like, this is awesome that we have this kind of community here.
We never thought we'd ever get to this level. Just for the quick disclaimer, when Janaka and I first started this channel, we started in a library making videos. You know, and we've come a long way since then. But if we could go back to Stephen and Janaka that time and say, hey, you're going to be giving gimbals away on your channel on a Saturday morning over coffee, that's pretty cool. So thank you so much for joining us in this journey, everyone. We're looking forward to the next steps, and obviously as we do more of these videos and partner with more companies, we're going to give away more and more higher end products. And I think we can definitely attest that our level of giveaway is only getting better.
Yeah, and you know, I think like things in the future, if when we keep doing this, I think things like Twitch and Discord makes a lot of this stuff much easier when it comes to live streams and all of that. But right now we're trying to keep it at we're trying to keep it simple and keep it on the platform that you know and know how to use.
Absolutely. And don't forget, most people, when you do giveaways or any kind of live streams and that sort of thing, if it wasn't COVID, we could do it together. We could do it side by side, which would be obviously a lot easier for streaming purposes. But of course, with social distancing and everything, we have to make sure that we do things separately. But hopefully when vaccines and jabs are in arms, we can get this back to some sort of normality and be able to vlog and live stream together.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I can't miss Surab.
Boom, if we can get to 100K subs before 2022, I will personally travel to North Korea.
Oh, and take him up on that. Hold him to that. Okay, so we have all the names in the Pixter app. I'm going to read them out in case I missed one. If I missed one, I need you to comment in the comments, okay? Because I don't want to miss out on the contest. So we have Colin Elliott, Garie Ceneta. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced your names. Scott Simonson, Sharon Olson, Lillian Fung, Christopher McRae, Elise Dalame, Zachary Rue, Dina, Feel the Music, Adam Dumagwin, Bill Livingstone, Kevin Colliping, Bro Gaming, Johnny Hush, Bro Gaming, you're trying to get in twice, Pivo Mondia, Sarah Basi, and Hussein Girga. Have I missed anyone?
I don't think so. I'm looking through this right now too.
Oh, Bro Gaming, you got in twice on this. I gotta take one of you out. tricky. Okay. I think we got everyone.
And just so you guys know, this gimbal is also very lightly used. It has not been used in any kind of damaging format. The gimbal's brand new. It works perfectly well. Battery is full charge. It's straight out of the box.
Can you see this? Can you see?
I can kind of see. I can see a white phone. I can't. That's the magic of webcams.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe if I because I want to make it seem like legit. Maybe if I turn it down. Okay, now you can.
There you go. Now I can see it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all the names. Yeah, they're all there.
All the names are in here. You're gonna win this.
That's the gimbal.
We're gonna do this live.
All right. Are you ready?
Are we ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Let's see. Good luck, everyone, says Lillian Fung. Okay. Pick. And the name picked at random is Garie Ceneta. Congratulations,
Garie Ceneta.
Okay, but Garie.
Is it Ceneta or Garie Ceneta?
Ceneta, Ceneta. We need those three answers from you. Oh, we can't really see. Okay, so there it is. So
Garie, in the chat, you got to answer the three questions.
Answer the three questions. So when did we start? What year? What?
There they are.
85 millimeters, Toronto, Canada. Garie Ceneta, you win the MOZA AIRCROSS too. Congratulations! Yay! Let's see. It requires this. It requires this.
He's right. Those are the three. Yeah, we have ourselves a winner.
Okay, congratulations.
And also, Garie, where do you live? In the chat, let us know. Where are you chiming in from? We're looking for Garie to write here. And also, thanks very much for also the love for Garie. This is really cool to offer. Congrats. Very cool.
I was going to say that. That is really cool.
So Garie, write in the chat. Where are you? So Garie, yeah, wow. Write in the chat. Where are you from? I'm curious to see where you're chiming in from, Garie.
It's amazing. I think the thing is I don't know any other channel that gives away gear like this. Like if they get gear to review, they keep it or they sell it for themselves. I think
from the Philippines. Nice.
Oh, from the Philippines. Wonderful. Okay, much love, Garie. I hope we're pronouncing your name correctly. Congratulations. You are now amongst the roster of people who have won gear from us. Bill Livingstone won a Mavic Mini from us. Kevin Colliping won a DJI Osmo Action from us. Mark My Words won a backpack from us. Have we given anything else away?
We gave away a VideoPal mic as well, so that also was given away too.
And the Fi-Fine podcast mic as well.
And the Fi-Fine, and we also have another really cool gimbal coming up. I mean, it seems like people like giving us gimbals right now. So we have a gimbal coming in by Fayun Tech, which is a gimbal for a action camera. And looking at the review online, it's pretty cool actually. And it's a kind of a unique thing for an action camera, even though they have these like rock steady and, you know, image stabilization built into the cameras. You can do a lot of really cool movements with action cams. And as I found out in that fun little, you know, short narrative we created for fun one day with Ange and myself making Delivered, that video has now had almost like 20,000 views. And it's now one of like the top like short films for action cameras on YouTube, which is kind of nuts for something I made in an afternoon for fun. So there is a sequel coming up to that. So for all you Deliver fans out there, we're definitely going to shoot something coming up for that. So the story will continue. And maybe this time I could actually utilize the little, you know, gimbal coming along for it and shoot with the gimbal. So yeah.
So Garie, I am putting my Insta on here for you to DM your email address, and we'll get in touch, and we'll make sure that you get this gimbal. You know,
Awesome. Well, yeah.
And we should do like a little like follow-up story. You know, like it'd be cool to find out what projects people do with their the stuff that they win, because like Bill Livingstone, I saw. When I went on his channel later, I saw this awesome car video that he did. It was a commercial for a Jeep. Bill, if you're on there, let me know if I'm getting this wrong. But you know, it was done on his camera and the DJI Mavic Mini. And it was so cool to see. He was flying it through snow. It looked so wicked. So you know what? Check out his channel. Check out that video.
Yeah.
It's something to see. And aren't you doing a Mazda commercial right now?
Yeah, I'm actually just editing it. Like it's a window behind my window right now. My shooting buddy Eric Moniz and I shot a car commercial for Mazda. It wasn't sponsored by Mazda. It wasn't, you know, we're not at that level yet. But we decided why not. We were done a gig that day and thought, you know, we got the gear with us and we got this rental car. Let's shoot a commercial. So we went to Uxbridge and filmed a 15-second little car spot. And it's pretty good. Like I'm, you know, for something that's a first time making car commercial, I'll definitely share it in the channel coming up so you guys can watch it. I'll put it on the Instagram as a reel. But yeah, one thing to challenge yourself with these kind of videos is when you make a video, if you have an inspiration to do something, there's no better practice than going out and just doing it. And then, you know, find anything around your house that inspires you. It could be a coffee machine, it could be your car, it could be a bag, a phone, your clothes, I don't know what, and go outside and just practice, you know, camera movements, frame rates, you know, dolly zooms using your hands, and then you bring it back, you color grade it, you edit it, you practice it, and then you export it in different styles. Like you export it obviously as like we're doing now normally in a rectangle, and then you can change your sequence and you can make it like a TikTok size, or you can do it as an Instagram square. You know, all these things kind of showcase this. It's just practice, but then you have it and you post it, you tag the company in it, and I guarantee you, as long as you add some tags and some hashtags, you're going to get at least 100 to 200 people looking at it, because major products have a major following. And I mean, they're not going to necessarily hire you, and maybe they will, but I don't, you know, they're not for hiring purposes, but they're fantastic practice at being able to showcase your skills. So that's a challenge for all you guys out there. Just pick something, shoot it, share it with us. We'll share it on our channel too. We're happy to showcase you guys.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, that's a great idea, Stephen. Like for us to showcase it, for us to now we won't put it up because we want you guys to get the views. We don't want to take views away from you by any means. But yeah, we'll make a community post for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what you're working on.
And
Yeah.
Garie, I just checked out Garie's Instagram. Awesome. He's also into video in the Philippines. Very cool. So just follow him back, and definitely check out Garie on Instagram. Garie Ceneta, just look him up. He's right there, same as the name in the chat. And I think it's huge in YouTube is that when you call and give shout outs to like Kevin or to Bill, go look at their Instagrams and go see what they're doing, because it's so great that, you know, we can use a platform to share people and to talk about them, to hear their stories, because sometimes these big influencers like a Peter McKinnon or Maddie Hapoya, they will do a spot, but they have millions of followers now that follow them, and it's hard for them to be able to show, you know, people that when they do the process from the beginning. But I think with us, one of the biggest things we want to do is that we want to give back to you guys out there. So we'll definitely be happy to showcase and give shout outs to anybody who follows and has a love of video.
Yeah, absolutely. So Garie said that he's going to be pairing the Aircross 2 with his Slypod. his MOZA slide pod, and that he saw the giveaway announcement when he was looking up reviews for the AirCross 2. So that's awesome. I'm happy.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing that the YouTube algo is working, and that we have another subscriber for the community. You know, we're just growing this little by little. I actually like this better this way. Someone was saying to me the other day that you know, people will skyrocket to millions of subscribers because they have like a video that goes viral, and then they keep doing like random stuff, and then people, like, they don't engage. They don't have any, they don't end up following because they followed. How many people do you go around and unfollow after that? You just keep building up that base. But I'm happy that we're building this community organically and person by person, because, you know, and I hope we see it not kind of like a business, but kind of that way, you know, a partnership where, you know, even if we're at 10,000, I want to be hearing about everyone's project still. I want to be reaching out. If I go to the Philippines, I want to go have lunch with Garie, right? You know,
100%. And Kevin, if Kevin's there too, like, you know, same thing.
Kevin's
The idea of
Kevin's in Malaysia.
Malaysia. Sorry, yeah. So the idea of you know, being able to make partnerships. I know with people that I follow, like I love Nigel Barros on YouTube. And one cool thing about Nigel is that Nigel is really supportive and very organic in his approach as well. And that organic growth allows him just to have a really unique interaction with his audience. And I would say from gear that he's recommended, or any kind of, you know, techniques on lighting or all that kind of stuff, not to plug his channel, but just to say that I've learned a lot from his channel. And it's not the high-end stuff like Peter McKinnon, which is great too, but it's also different in the fact that it's more, he will take the time to interact with you. Maybe he'll, you know, he'll give shouts in his channel too. So that's a definite inspiration to be able to kind of showcase that style of channel growth.
Here's the thing, right? Like, we actually, funny thing is, we're trying to say here's the thing less in our video. But here's the thing, you learn from others always, right? We've learned from others as well, and, you know, hopefully we can impart some knowledge to you, but we want to learn from you as well, you know. So that's why I see this as a partnership and a growing community. But, you know, like, yeah, when it comes to channel growth, when it comes to all of that, I think we have a good community here, and I think we're doing it in the right way. And you know what's great is, I don't know anywhere else on the internet where you have a 1 in 20 chance of winning a $600 gimbal, right? That's what the odds were in this, I believe, like somewhere around a 1 in 20. So, you know,
that's awesome.
Yeah. So it's a growing community. You guys got in soon. Hopefully this is like Bitcoin before everyone knew about it, right? You guys have access to contests where I think it's going to be the best odds in the world.
Yeah, and also the most personalized odds in the world. And when you move to the Hammer, if you get to the Hammer, you can have a whole studio you can set up just for YouTube.
Isn't that the dream? Yeah, isn't that the dream? Yeah. But, you know, so keep an eye out for the DJI, the review on the DJI Air 2S. Brian Harvey, I'm sorry, the drawing has happened. Oh no. Yeah, we had 20 people on the call. We picked Garie Ceneta about 5 minutes ago, maybe 10 minutes ago. And so, yeah, the drawing has happened. Congratulations to Garie. He's from the Philippines. He's going to pair it with his slide pod. Yeah, we're going to make sure that he's well set up with this gimbal. So I'm going to say goodbye to this gimbal. It was a treat to learn. If you haven't checked out the review, please check out the review. There's some cool stuff that I do, especially check out that intro. You know, I was pretty proud of that intro, because no one else I think has tried that on any of the AirCross 2 videos. So, you know, it's a fun...
That was pretty cool. I have to admit, that was really cool. And, and hats off to our girls, Janaka, for their patience and being able to help master the gear along with us as we make these videos.
Yeah, so for all of you who haven't seen the latest review I put up last night, I have this moving on its own, and it's like interacting with me. I'm like interacting with it as if it's like a real person. But to make it happen, I had behind the scenes my partner Whitney, who was moving it with her phone. but it took so many takes and she was so frustrated. So shout out to my great partner, Whitney, who is the producer behind my videos as well. She helps say like, oh, the lighting looks good here. You know, this needs to be here. You're not really centered here. You know, as much as I love my Sony and the autofocus is great, sometimes that reticulated screen might help. But in that way, I just have another person just saying like, you know what, this is good, this is bad. Let's change this. But she's always behind the scenes helping out with all the videos.
Yeah, yeah. A huge shout out to Whitney and to Angie for their continued support and continued help with our videos. And yeah, it is definitely the Sony versus Lumix ongoing battle. It'll never stop. It's the evil Galactic Empire versus the Rebels. But you know, the autofocus, I will happily trade that sometimes for a reticulated screen because it makes all the difference. But now actually I found with the Lumix S5 that I just basically mount a monitor to the top of a cage. So, you know, the reticulated screen, maybe I would trade it for autofocus because the autofocus is kind of horrible. But yeah.
Sharon Olsen shouts out to Whitney too. Sharon is Whitney's aunt. Yeah. And Brian Harvey says hey, he's still gonna watch. He loves the channel. Brian, thank you so much, man. Like it's people like you that keep us going because what we talked about earlier that you haven't seen is, you know, we are here to support you as well as you've supported us. Because when we started, you know, we put it off for a long time, actually. We put it off for like 6 months. So how many of you are out there that want to start a YouTube channel or just grow your YouTube channel more and you kind of got dissuaded after 10 to 40 episodes, you know? It was hard. I'm not gonna lie.
It is.
It's hard to get to 1,000 subscribers and they're constantly adding more hurdles. So when we had to get to monetization, it was 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours in a year. Was there anything else?
No, 1,000 watch hours, 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers, and then you can apply to Google AdSense. That then will do a review of your channel, which is why our name changed from Tuesday for Google to Stephen and Janaka because we couldn't utilize well, I mean we could, but it's not smart to have a branded name in your logo, so or your channel name. So that's why we changed our name to our names. And then, yeah, we just passed 101 videos that we put up now on the channel. So if you think about the growth factor, 101 channels gets you almost 3,000 subscribers. And the rate of a kind of growth they kind of say as most channels get on YouTube is if you're lucky and you keep it going, 100 videos should get you 1,000 subscribers to the level potentially around there.
I think they said 150 actually back
150,
in the
okay, yeah. So
it shows that like not all videos are created equally. You know, when we, like Stephen said, when we started, we were in a library. We used their studio space. We used their lighting equipment. You know, we just had a camera and a lens, and we went with it, and a tripod. You know, oh no, we used their tripods too, right?
I know.
So you know,
those are vintage episodes. If you want a good laugh, go back to the very first ones and watch them.
So it's amazing to see the kind of growth a channel gets, because the thing is our channel didn't always look like it did now, and we go through different phases. Like maybe we should do thumbnails this way, maybe we should do thumbnails this way, maybe we should have lighting this way, you know. And so it definitely does have, you can see the growth, and we're not done growing. We're probably going to the type of channel we need for 3,000 subscribers is probably not the type of channel we need for 10,000 subscribers, you know. So we'll continue to grow and evolve as well to make sure that we're offering content and value to you guys whenever you tune in. Do you want to see the DJI?
Yeah, quickly, yeah, see the reveal before we sign off here. Yeah. Oh, look at that, isn't that pretty? I'm still amazed they can fit a sensor that large on a drone that small.
Yeah, you know, it's really amazing. And yeah, I can't wait to take it out. I'm gonna try and take it out either today or tomorrow, right?
Wow, that is small. Whew.
Size of my hand, right?
That's crazy.
1-inch sensor in the front there, right? Yep. It'll be, and yeah, I want to see, because I got the fly more combo, right? And I got the fly more combo not because of the extra batteries, because like, let's get real. Do any of us really fly? Like it has 31 minutes of flight time. Am I really gonna fly an hour and a half for a drone? No, you think about the shots you want and you toss it up, right? So, but I bought I bought it because it came with ND filters actually.
Ooh.
Yeah.
ND filters too. Wow, that's nice.
Comes in this sexy little case, right? And like, look
Nice.
right? So the part of it is, you know, the problem with drones and new equipment that comes out is because all the accessories aren't made yet for these things, right? And if I don't have a movable aperture like the Mavic 2 Pro, I'll need ND filters, right? Don't crash it, Brian Harvey says. Yeah.
And Brian, as you see here, what's your favorite lights? Off the topic of drones, quickly for the like, we'll also do an episode coming up when we could do a giveaway and also just open up the forum. You guys can ask us questions in our workflow. But I definitely suggest that good lights. The Godox SL60W is something that I've used almost every single day.
That's the one I use.
I basically copy sometimes Janaka and gear. It's just not the Sony. But when it comes to the Godox, it's a good price. You can get a good softbox for it for not too much money, and you can get a Manfrotto stand or a newer stand. They're great lights. They offer really a high level of light coverage to your subject. They're great for either a fill or even not a key really, but mostly a fill light or a subject light. Any kind of like background lights that we have, those are usually what we would recommend are the aperture lights, the aperture RGB lights right there. Those little bad boys are phenomenal. You can change the color.
There's a full review on this as well. And
yeah,
you know, like Steven says, he copies my gear, but I copy his as well. He's been talking about this for a year now, and I didn't bite the bullet. This is one of the best pieces of gear I have. You know, it's fantastic. Yeah.
It is so good. It's just such a, I have two of them. So when I do my vlog setup, I have like one behind my computer screens here, and I kind of put one on a shelf, and it just makes the whole room kind of glow. And that's something that, I mean, obviously there's a lot of YouTubers out there that kind of go for that over neon saturated look, but it does look nice. And so if you combine those two lights in your background with a nice softbox light from the SL60 above, you can get that kind of, and turn the lights off in your space. If it's going to be a house or an office or whatever you use, make sure you have a dark environment, put those key lights up in the background, put your softbox fill up, and even a practical, if you want to have maybe like a light bulb or something, or even like what Janaka has behind him, he has a lamp. If you want to have that up too, that just adds an extra dimension and depth of color. I sometimes also use, to be honest, a good old ring light. So you can't go wrong with that. And ring lights are phenomenal. They really help set up the extra depth of light. So if you're in a space that the softbox maybe can't cover all your face and it makes you look a little too dramatic, you're gonna have your softbox, and then you're gonna have a ring light just off the camera. So it kind of adds a nice little splash of color and a splash of light. But yeah, I mean, a lot of it, often some of the best videos you can do are outdoors. Just go outside, find some shade, practice using light that's natural. On a cloudy day is a videographer's best friend, because you get the most kind of dynamic range, let's say, in your lighting. And also for photos, like it looks the best. You're not blowing out your subject. And there are days, obviously, when you're professional and you're shooting out there like yesterday, which is bright and sunny, and you can't get away from that. And in that case, you can use a bit of a fill, or you can use a screen, but sometimes you can't. So it is always great to try and aim your video projects for a good cloudy day.
Yeah, the world's your softbox then.
Yeah, and also like as Gary's, the Nanlite 4-60 is a phenomenal light. So is the aperture lights, I think 300D and the 200D. I mean, those are expensive lights, but they're really good. They're investment lights.
Yeah, because I was looking at the aperture 300D Mark II, but it's a difference between $1,000 for that and my Godox SLW 60 with the softbox and the Manfrotto stand was under $200 Canadian.
Yeah, and Amazon has all kinds of crazy deals on with different distributors who have this. And when I got my set that Janaka has, I remember I ordered off Amazon, and it was a company based, I think it was in like Shenzhen, China, or somewhere in China's mainland. And I know that they offered the deal, but they have never actually shipped to Canada. But the deal on Amazon was like $200. And then they actually contacted me being like, we haven't shipped to Toronto before. We can do that, but there'll be some duty on it, obviously, but it's a good deal. So definitely take a look on Amazon. Not just the distributor will often sell the product. Sometimes there's a secondary or third-party company that might give you a better deal. So have a look around for that when you look up your products on Amazon.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Steven, should we wrap it up? We don't want to take everyone's Saturday morning, right?
Absolutely. Well, let's thanks so much for joining us, everyone. And this week we got lots of videos coming out. We got a video coming up on interview with a photographer. We've got another video with a comparison between the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 2 Air 2S. We've got a short film talking about how he created it. We've got more gear reviews. We've got an action camera short film sometime coming up in the next couple of weeks, utilizing another giveaway. So there'll be another giveaway for a gimbal on an action camera. So stay tuned for that one. Yeah, hopefully a company will start sending us lenses. We'd love that, because then we can test out lenses. So if you'd like to do that, we can also then give them away. So that's our mandate. We review it, we give it away.
Yep. Okay. So thank you everyone for joining today. This was really fun, and we'll talk again real soon. Okay.